Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered how a simple Australian 20-cent coin can tell the story of an entire generation? What changes took place in its design, weight, or shine as it moved from 1976 to the year 2000? Why does the platypus remain the enduring symbol on its reverse? And what significance does it hold in Australian culture? Could the 20-cent coin sitting in your drawer be from a year that collectors quietly seek today? Join us as we explore the fascinating journey of the Australian 20-cent coin through decades of design, history, and hidden value. As we move from the introduction into the earliest years of the series, one coin stands out as the true beginning of the story: the remarkable 1976 Australian 20-cent coin. The 1976 Australian 20-cent coin is more than just a piece of change. It's a silver-toned witness to a nation's evolving identity. Minted nearly half a century ago, this coin holds a story that continues to fascinate collectors across Australia and beyond. Produced by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the 1976 20-cent coin carried forward the signature design that had already become a national icon. Yet it bore the subtle differences that make it highly collectible today. Each one was carefully struck from a copper-nickel blend, giving it that distinct silvery sheen and durability that helped it survive decades of circulation. On its obverse, it proudly carried the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a refined and elegant profile that represented stability through the mid-1970s. It wasn't just a monarch's likeness. It was a symbol of Australia's connection to heritage and continuity during a period of national transformation. The reverse side, of course, featured the majestic platypus, a uniquely Australian creature that perfectly embodied the nation's individuality. Its detailed, flowing design by Stuart Devlin gave the coin its identity, making the 20-cent piece instantly recognizable even at a glance. But what truly sets the 1976 issue apart is its scarcity and superior condition. While millions were minted, few have survived the years without scratches, wear, or fatting. Finding one today in pristine, mint-state condition is an exciting challenge, and that's where its real value begins to shine. Collectors often say that early decimal coins like this one tell the story of Australia's transition from the past into the modern age. The 1976 20-cent coin marks a moment of national confidence, a time when the country's coinage was not just currency, but artistry in motion. Over the years, this particular issue has become increasingly desirable among enthusiasts who understand its hidden potential. Its value isn't just based on age. It's about rarity, preservation, and the undeniable charm of owning a near-perfect example of mid-century minting. In the collector's market, the highest-grade examples of the 1976 Australian 20-cent coin can fetch impressive prices. Coins graded as uncirculated or proof-like have been known to command values reaching up to $1,000, an astonishing return for what was once a humble piece of pocket change. That's the power of numismatics, the art of seeing beyond the metal, and recognizing the story, craftsmanship, and legacy embedded within each coin. Every curve of the platypus design, every polished rim, every tiny detail adds to its beauty and worth. For many collectors, owning a flawless 1976 20-cent coin is like holding a slice of Australian history, a treasure that connects them to the nation's past. The excitement doesn't stop there. In certain cases, special strikes, low mintage sets, or coins preserved from original mint rolls have achieved even higher valuations in private auctions and collector forums. The demand remains strong, particularly for those with brilliant luster and no visible wear. So, is the 1976 Australian 20-cent coin really valuable? Absolutely. Not every coin can tell a story that bridges culture, design, and history the way this one does. Its worth goes beyond numbers. It represents pride, nostalgia, and a shared legacy. The beauty of collecting is that each coin carries a mystery. How many of these still remain in untouched perfection? How many lie hidden in drawers or forgotten boxes, waiting to reveal their potential to a lucky finder? That's what makes this journey thrilling. You're not just searching for metal, you're uncovering history that can literally shine in your hands. And the 1976 20-cent coin stands at the heart of that adventure. Even after decades of circulation, its design remains timeless, and its story ever more inspiring. With every passing year, high-grade examples become harder to find, making their market value stronger and their collector appeal undeniable. It's no exaggeration to say that the 1976 issue has become one of the most sought-after early 20-cent coins. Those who recognize its significance today are the ones who will reap the rewards tomorrow. So if you ever come across a crisp, well-preserved 1976 Australian 20-cent coin, don't overlook it. Treat it like the treasure it truly is. Because in the world of coins, moments like these don't come twice. And that's why the 1976 Australian 20-cent coin isn't just valuable. It's a masterpiece of history, beauty, and enduring worth. As the years moved forward, Australia continued refining its coinage with quiet precision, and by 1980, a new chapter began. The 20-cent coin of this year carried the same iconic beauty, yet subtle variations and minting details would soon make it another treasure worth uncovering. By this time, the Royal Australian Mint had perfected its striking techniques, ensuring that every detail, from the Queen's portrait to the flowing platypus, appeared sharper, deeper, and more defined than ever before. The coin's surface shimmered with that same nickel-silver brilliance, a composition that stood the test of time and gave each piece its unmistakable luster. But what makes the 1980 issue so interesting isn't just its appearance. It's the hidden stories that lie beneath its surface. This was a period of steady minting, yet not all coins emerged equal. Some 1980 issues displayed minor variations in strike strength, rim thickness, or metal tone, features that now excite collectors who specialize in spotting subtle differences. Each coin bore the timeless portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen, still crisp and dignified. But under the light, certain strikes produced deeper reliefs, giving the Queen's image a remarkable depth and realism that distinguished it from earlier years. On the reverse, Stuart Devlin's platypus continued to glide through rippling water, a design so dynamic that it almost seemed alive. Yet in 1980, the engraving's texture and curve often showed more clarity, making this version particularly admired by design purists. It's this artistic perfection that has made the 1980 20-cent coin a collectible gem. Many collectors agree that coins from this year often exhibit one of the finest balances between detail and durability ever achieved in the series. Over time, the 1980 issue has developed a strong following among numismatists who appreciate not just rarity, but quality. And while millions were minted, only a handful have survived in pristine, untouched condition, a factor that drives their desirability. When discovered in uncirculated or proof-like states, these coins can achieve impressive returns. A flawless 1980 20-cent piece can command values reaching up to $950, depending on grading and presentation. Such coins are usually preserved in mint sets, sealed from the environment, allowing their brilliance to remain untouched by decades of wear and oxidation. These are the treasures that collectors truly seek, and once found, they rarely part with them. In auctions, well-graded 1980 specimens often draw fierce competition, especially from collectors completing high-quality year runs of Australian decimals. Each pristine coin becomes not just a collectible, but a centerpiece, a conversation starter about precision and perfection. What makes the 1980 issue even more compelling is its symbolic timing. This was a year that bridged two eras, the reflection of a stable past and the anticipation of a new generation of coinage designs that would soon evolve. The mint's craftsmanship this year reached new standards, producing coins that aged gracefully while retaining sharpness and shine. For many, owning a 1980 20-cent coin is a statement, a nod to both heritage and artistry. Collectors often describe finding a flawless 1980 piece as a moment of discovery. It's not just about the metal, it's about uncovering a chapter of Australia's story, preserved in a perfect circle of silver tone. Even coins with light tunning or original luster still attract strong demand, their natural patina only adding to their authenticity and charm. It's that combination of age, artistry, and scarcity that defines true value. The allure of this coin lies not just in numbers, but in meaning. Every mint mark, every subtle shine carries history, and for those who understand that, the 1980 Australian 20-cent coin becomes a prized possession. For anyone exploring the hidden worth of everyday change, this coin stands as proof that true value often hides in plain sight. And for the 1980 issue, that value is not just real, it's growing. So, when you come across an Australian 20-cent coin from 1980, take a closer look. You might just be holding one of the most captivating and collectible pieces in Australian numismatic history. Following the success of the 1980 issue, the following year brought another remarkable addition. The 1981 Australian 20-cent coin continued the legacy, but with its own unique story, mint variations, and collectible surprises that make it stand apart from every coin before it. The year 1981 marked another fascinating chapter in the history of Australia's 20-cent coin, a year that would soon stand out not only for its design consistency, but also for the story behind where it was made. Unlike earlier issues, the 1981 20-cent coin wasn't produced in a single place. It was struck at multiple mints in Canberra, in Wales, and even in Canada, creating a unique mix of variations that has captivated collectors for decades. This international production was driven by the growing need for circulation coins during a time of high demand, and it turned the 1981 issue into one of the most intriguing multi-mint years in Australian numismatics. Each mint left subtle differences, from the sharpness of Queen Elizabeth II's profile to the depth of the platypus engraving. For the keen-eyed collector, spotting these nuances is like uncovering hidden treasure. The obverse still featured the elegant match-in portrait of the Queen, but depending on the mint, her hair details and neckline varied slightly. To numismatists, those differences are the clues that separate a common coin from a rare and highly sought-after find. On the reverse, Stuart Devlin's flowing platypus continued to showcase the artistry that defined the 20-cent series. But again, not all strikes were the same. Some showed deeper ripples in the water or sharper lines along the platypus's body. It's these subtleties that make the 1981 20-cent coin a year of discovery. Even after decades, collectors still find excitement in identifying the mint origins of each coin, often comparing them under magnification to spot the telltale marks. Among these, the coins minted in Wales have gained particular attention. Their high-quality strikes and slightly different finish make them especially desirable, and pristine examples can fetch impressive prices among enthusiasts. In high grades, the 1981 20-cent coin can command strong market interest, with exceptional specimens reaching up to $1,200 in value. That's an incredible figure for a coin that once passed through countless hands in everyday commerce. Such prices reflect not only condition, but also the growing rarity of finding coins from this year in uncirculated states, particularly those from the Welsh Mint. Each preserved coin becomes a silent witness to Australia's coinage collaboration with mints across the world. Collectors often view 1981 as the year Australia's coinage truly became international, and that makes owning this coin a mark of global heritage. It represents craftsmanship shared across borders, precision and artistry united in one small piece of metal. What adds to its allure is how ordinary it once seemed. For decades, these coins circulated unnoticed, and now, those same pieces are celebrated for their historical and collectible significance. When examined closely, the fine details reveal the mastery behind each strike, the mirrored shine, the clean edges, and the intricate curves of Devlin's platypus design. It's not just a coin, it's a showcase of skill and tradition. The 1981 issue also symbolizes the importance of observation in numismatics. Every coin may look similar at first glance, but those who take the time to look deeper discover stories hidden in plain sight. Owning a high-grade 1981 Australian 20-cent coin isn't just about having a collectible. It's about holding a piece of a worldwide minting journey that shaped modern Australian coinage. Over time, these coins have gained steady recognition, their market value climbing as collectors appreciate their distinct origin and scarcity in pristine form. The passion for this particular year continues to grow with every discovery. For those entering the world of collecting, the 1981 20-cent coin is the perfect reminder that value isn't always visible at first glance. Sometimes, it takes a keen eye and a bit of curiosity to uncover something truly special. And that's exactly why this coin has earned its place among Australia's most fascinating and valuable pieces, a symbol of craftsmanship, history, and quiet power hidden within a simple 20-cent piece. After the remarkable multi-mint production of 1981, nearly 2 decades would pass before another standout chapter emerged in the story of the 20-cent coin. By 1998, Australia's coinage had evolved with advanced minting precision, and this year's issue brought a renewed brilliance, one that reignited collectors' interest with its striking quality and hidden value. By 1998, Australia's 20-cent coin had already become a national classic, a familiar symbol of everyday life and lasting design. Yet, that year's issue quietly introduced a new level of precision and brilliance that made it one of the standout coins of the late 20th century. After years of consistent minting, 1998 saw the Royal Australian Mint refining its techniques to near perfection. Every detail on the coin was sharper, every curve more defined, and the finish carried an exceptional polish that made the coin shimmer with sophistication. This was a period when coin production blended tradition with modern technology. The mint's machinery had evolved, resulting in cleaner edges and a smoother surface texture, details that collectors quickly noticed and admired. The obverse continued to feature Queen Elizabeth II, now portrayed with the grace and maturity that reflected her long reign. The portrait by Raphael Makhlouf, with its regal poise and detailed craftsmanship, gave the 1998 coin a refreshed, elegant appearance. It wasn't just another edition. It was a mark of progress, a reflection of Australia's growing minting expertise and its ability to preserve heritage while embracing innovation. On the reverse, the iconic platypus remained the heart of the design, still gliding through stylized ripples, symbolizing the natural beauty of Australia's wildlife. But in 1998, the detailing of the platypus's fur and the water's flow appeared more vivid than ever, revealing the mint's enhanced striking power. Collectors have often praised this year's issue for its exceptional eye appeal. When tilted under light, the coin reveals a mirror-like brilliance that makes high-grade examples truly mesmerizing. While millions were produced for circulation, coins preserved in mint-state condition are far less common. Decades of handling and storage have left most pieces with minor marks, meaning that flawless examples now stand out dramatically in the collector's market. A 1998 Australian 20-cent coin in pristine, uncirculated condition can achieve values of up to $1,100, especially those with strong luster and perfectly centered strikes. Proof versions, presented in official sets, often command even higher attention due to their clarity and flawless polish. Collectors view the 1998 issue as a blend of nostalgia and refinement. It bridges the old and new, carrying the timeless design of the platypus, but executed with the precision of modern minting technology. The combination of sharp relief, balanced tunning, and historical timing makes this coin more than just valuable. It's a testament to Australia's craftsmanship in coin production. Every detail, from the curve of the queen's profile to the ripples beneath the platypus, reflects care, artistry, and dedication. It's a design that feels alive even decades later, and that's what gives it enduring collector appeal. What fascinates many numismatists is the coin's ability to age gracefully. Some have developed natural golden or blue tunning over the years, creating visually stunning variants that are highly prized among advanced collectors. Such naturally toned pieces, when combined with near-perfect surfaces, can fetch premium prices in auctions and private sales, further boosting the coin's reputation as one of the hidden gems of the 1990s. The 1998 20-cent coin also symbolizes continuity. Despite advances in minting, the core design remained untouched, a statement of how certain symbols become timeless in a nation's heart. In every respect, this coin stands as proof that true value lies not just in rarity, but in perfection. Each mint-bright 1998 piece represents a moment when craftsmanship met technology in perfect harmony. It's no wonder that collectors treasure this edition as one of the most aesthetically pleasing 20-cent coins ever struck in Australia. With its radiant shine, precise strike, and undeniable charm, the 1998 issue remains a proud milestone in the country's numismatic legacy. For those who recognize quality when they see it, the 1998 Australian 20-cent coin is not just valuable, it's unforgettable. As Australia stepped into a new millennium, the nation's coinage carried with it decades of heritage and craftsmanship. The year 2000 brought not just another 20-cent coin, but a piece that marked the dawn of a new era, combining modern precision with timeless beauty and undeniable collector appeal. The turn of the millennium was more than just a date change. It was a symbol of progress, renewal, and hope, and the 2000 Australian 20-cent coin became part of that celebration, standing as both a continuation of tradition and a beacon of modern minting excellence. Produced by the Royal Australian Mint, this coin carried the weight of history into a new century. Every strike represented precision, pride, and the craftsmanship that Australia had perfected over decades of coin production. The obverse featured the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a new depiction that brought realism and strength to her likeness. This portrait, introduced in 1999, gave the 2000 coin a distinctly fresh and powerful identity. It was a subtle yet meaningful change. The Queen's image appeared more lifelike, with deeper relief and intricate detail. For collectors, this marked the beginning of a new era in design evolution, distinguishing the 2000 issue from all that came before it. On the reverse, the timeless platypus remained, gliding through its flowing waters with unmatched grace. Stuart Devlin's iconic design still stood proudly, symbolizing the enduring connection between Australia's natural heritage and its national identity. Yet the 2000 issue wasn't just another release. It was a celebration of continuity. It showed that even as time moved forward, some symbols were simply too powerful to change. Collectors instantly recognized this coin as something special. Its clean strike, polished finish, and the debut of a new Obverse portrait made it a year worth remembering in Australian numismatics. What made the 2000 issue even more exciting was the quality control at the Royal Australian Mint during this period. Coins from this year were among the best struck in the entire 20-cent series, boasting sharp detail, balanced relief, and an elegant metallic sheen that still dazzles under light. In perfect mint state condition, the 2000 Australian 20-cent coin can achieve prices as high as $1,250, making it one of the most desirable modern issues in the collection. Proof versions, sealed in official sets, often sell for even more due to their pristine mirror finish and perfect definition. Beyond its monetary value, the 2000 coin carries emotional significance. It represents the close of one century and the hopeful beginning of another, a moment frozen forever in shining metal. For those who collect coins with meaning, the 2000 issue stands as a bridge between eras, between the craftsmanship of the past and the technological brilliance of the future. The new portrait of the Queen symbolized renewal, while the enduring platypus reminded Australians of their unchanging natural beauty. Together, these two sides created one of the most meaningful combinations in Australian coin history. Collectors often describe the 2000 issue as a milestone coin, not just for its design, but for what it represents: progress without forgetting the past. Over the years, many examples have been lost to circulation wear, making untouched specimens increasingly rare and valuable. Those preserved in mint rolls or proof sets are now cherished like heirlooms, often passed down through generations. The coin's high-grade examples continue to attract strong bids at auctions, with demand driven by both nostalgic collectors and modern investors seeking tangible pieces of Australia's heritage. Holding a 2000 Australian 20-cent coin isn't just about owning currency. It's about holding a symbol of national pride, resilience, and timeless design. Each gleaming surface tells a story of craftsmanship and continuity, a reminder that even in changing times, true artistry endures. And that is why the 2000 Australian 20-cent coin remains one of the most captivating, meaningful, and valuable treasures of the modern minting era, a shining piece of history that continues to inspire collectors around the world.